Hello friends, welcome to Entri. I'm Mirza Deshambek, your quant educator and चलिए भाई जल्दी जल्दी सभी लोग आ जाइए लाइव तो हम अपने सेशन को स्टार्ट करें सो वी कैन स्टार्ट आवर सेशन ऑलराइट ऑलराइट जॉइन द सेशन गाइस एंड शेयर द सेशन जल्दी से शेयर कर दीजिए सभी लोग इस सेशन को guys must share this session so we can have a fruitful discussion about your preparation strategy. And in fact, I have brought some really good questions in which I will teach you how to solve it in a minimum time. Okay. So just join it, just share the session so we can have a discussion about that. All right, guys. Okay. All right. Let's see. Most of the people have arrived. Not so. Some of them have arrived, and slowly all of them are coming. So, guys, today is a very important day for your examination purpose. As you can clearly, as you know that we are dealing with some high level examinations. So, and you know that the banking exam deals with some high level questions, whether we are talking about English, whether we're talking about reasoning, or we are talking about quant. Look, why I'm emphasizing on quant, because quant gives you an opportunity to score high. All right, so basically you can clearly say that it is a scoring area, and if you avoid this scoring area you might not be able to perform. So just join the session so we can have a discussion, and you can ask me anything. All right, ask me anything. I have brought some very important questions. Look, latest trend of quantitative aptitude section. As you know that these two segments brought a latest trend. All right, so if you have to perform well, you have to understand that you have to master these two segments. All right, if you master these two segments you will perform efficiently. Okay. All right, guys. So because we have seen in the recent trend that most of the aspirants were have got stuck in these two areas. Why? Because they were getting some lengthy questions. All right, I would prefer that lengthy questions is like that when you get surprised by watching or by reading a particular question. If you're reading a particular question and you get surprised, that means you haven't seen that particular question in a while. All right, so this is the latest trend and you need to understand. Okay, so let's start and let's see what the questions are like. Okay, so my focus will be on these two segments, arithmetic segment and a DI segment. So today I have brought some arithmetic segment. All right, what is the question like? I will teach each and every thing. Okay, so let's join. I hope everyone is joining, and let's see, just a minute. All right, so I hope you're doing your preparation. Okay. So I think lots of people are coming, so let's start the session. So in today's class we will focus on arithmetic segment. Okay, arithmetic segment deals with lots of chapters, like I have already divided in two units, ratio unit and percentage unit. All right, while you will see hi Nasreen and hi Sarla Narsinga. So you just have to remember the concept. today's and as you know that the latest trend shows that majority of the questions were asked from arithmetic segment and DI segment. Okay, so what you can do is you will practice more from this segment. In today's class, I will discuss arithmetic portion. Okay, and you know that arithmetic topic deals with two units. One is the ratio method, and the second one is the percentage method. In ratio segment, you will be getting questions based on ages, partnership, allegation, while in percentage segment you will be getting, you can say, time and work, speed, time and distance, all right, boat and stream. So lots of questions are based on a ratio pattern, and ratio is nothing. Good evening Nasreen. And ratio is nothing but a comparison between similar quantities. All right. So how's the preparation going, guys? Okay, so let's start. I hope. Shall we start? Shall we start the questions so you can have a look at the scenario? All right, guys. Okay, let's start this segment. Here comes the first question. You can see that. The mean of it belongs to average. Okay, it belongs to average segment. So just solve it and tells me, first of all, you should tell me whether you're solving this question or not, or should I have to solve it first and then you'll get the solution. All right, you can type a comment and you can. All right. Okay. Yeah, Sarla. So you just have to look at this question. Are you getting this question? Are you getting this? ये सभी को समझ में आ रहा है ये question? Has everyone got this kind of question? Okay. Look at the question. The mean of 100 item was 46. Later on, it was discovered that an item 16 and 61. Alright, item 16 was misread as 61, while 43 was misread as 34. It was also found that the number of items was 90 instead of 100 and not 100. Okay, then what is the correct mean? So are you getting this kind of question? Guys, you just have to look at the question piece by piece. Just watch and read and properly so you can get an idea about the concept. All right, then I'll teach you about the question. Okay, so if anyone has done this kind of question, can send the answer. Are you trying? Okay, look at this. Initially you have said that you had 100 numbers, okay, 100 items, and the average for 100 item was 46. That means the total value would be 46 into 100. So 4600 will be the total. Either we are getting the wrong numbers or we are getting the original numbers. The total will remain same, but 16 considered as 61 while 43 considered as 34. That means you should have considered 16 and 43 instead of 61 and 34. That means you have got 95 numbers if you're getting wrong, if you're getting the wrong data, while 59 number, you should have got 59 numbers of these two numbers sum if you have got the wrong data. That means you have got a total of 36 number ahead while going with the wrong data. So what you can do, you need to subtract this 36 from what? From where? From 4600, because total will remain total will remain same. Nasreen, wrong answer. 4564. Now your total will emerge as 4564. Now what you can do? you will say that sir, we should divide it by 100. But why divide it by 100? Where it has already given that the original number were 90 instead of 100. So what you can do, we should divide by we should divide by 90 to get the correct answer, and your correct answer would be come as 50.711. Now tell me whether we got this question or not. भाई आपको कुछ नहीं करना था भाई, 100 आपने सपोज 100 आपको गिवन था, उसके अकॉर्डिंग 4600 आ रहा था, तो इसका मतलब है 4600 टोटल होना चाहिए था। बट आगे दिया है कि 16 को मिसरीड किया गया 61 के थ्रू, while 43 misread as 34. That means आपने जो misread किए वो 61 और 34 थे, and you should have read it by 16 and 43. That means इसका मतलब है आपका आना चाहिए था उन दोनों का सम 59, बट आ गया 95. सो कितना एक्सेस आया? 36 एक्सेस आया। 36 एक्सेस को we will subtract from the total number, and after subtracting we should divide it with 90 instead of 100, because एक और स्टेटमेंट दिया है कि जो टोटल नंबर थे, जो टोटल मीन थे, आइटम थे, वो 100 नहीं 90 थे। ओके, सो हैव यू गॉट इट और नॉट? डिड यू गेट दिस क्वेश्चन? All right, if you have got the solution, you can type it here. Sarla, Nasreen. All right, I hope you all have got the solution. Shall we move ahead? आगे बढ़ें? All right, let's move on. Here comes the next question. It is an easy one and you should send me the solution correctly. Guys, send it to me ASAP. All right, look at the question. The question says that a school has only 4 classes that contains 10, 20, 30, 40 students respectively. The pass percentage of these classes are 20%, 30%, 60%, 100% respectively. That means from 10 students, there will be only 20% students who will pass. That means 2. From 20 students, there will be only, yes, absolutely correct, Nasreen, absolutely, 30% is passed. That means 6. And from 30 it will be it is a big screen, Sarla, you have to landscape it. Okay, all right, so 60% of 30 will be what? 18, and the last will be 100%, that means whole 40. So the total will arrive as 66 out of total 100 aspirants. So it will be 66% as average. Did you get that? Has anyone got the solution? Just use the landscape method, landscape mode, and you will see clear image. Now, has everyone got? Okay, I hope you have got. मेरे ख्याल से आप सभी को समझ में आ गया होगा. All right, so did you get that, Sarla and Nasreen? Okay, so let's move on and let's see what the next question are like. Here comes the next question, and the next question belongs to time and work concept. Okay, It is the most important topic. Why? Because every year 2 questions were asked on each examination. So you need to understand that this kind of question will asked regularly. So just solve this and try to solve it as soon as possible. Okay, so just try and solve it and keep sharing the video. All right, let's see whether you're getting the concept or not. A and B together can complete a piece of work in 10 whole 2 by 7 days. That means A plus B. One thing you should be aware that efficiency is inversely proportional to its time when total work is constant for every single person. Okay, and total work is constant for every single person, whether we are comparing the efficiencies of 2 persons or 3 persons. Okay, so here comes the question, and the question says that A and B together can complete a piece of work in 10 whole 2 by 7 days. That means 72 by 7 days. Okay, while B, C together can complete the same piece of work in 40 by 3 days. Okay, so what we can do, first we need to find the efficiency. पहले हमें efficiency find करनी होगी. और आपकी efficiency क्या होगी भाई? देखो, जब कभी भी, look at this, whenever we have to find the LCM of fraction, what we can do? LCM of fraction, what we can do? We will take LCM of numerator and HCF of denominator. यानी हम न्यूमरेटर का एलसीएम लेंगे और डिनोमिनेटर का एचसीएफ लेंगे. तो यहाँ पर खुद सोचिए, लुक एट दिस, you will not be getting any kind of HCF, or you can say you will be getting one HCF for denominator. Okay, so the denominator quantity will remain 1. Denominator आपका 1 रहेगा. But what should be the LCM of 72 and 40? It has to be 360. Okay, it has to be 360. That means if you divide this total, look, why we are taking the LCM method? Because we have to keep the total work same for AB and BC, ताकि हमें AB और BC का total work same करना हो. And if we are dividing with days, or we can say time, okay, अगर हम total work को time या days से divide करें, then we will be getting the efficiency of that particular person. Okay, so let's say that if you're dividing 360 by 72 by 7, you will be getting the efficiency as 35 for A and B, A plus B. While if you divide it by 40 by 3, you will be getting what? 27, the efficiency of B and C. Okay, so from here we are not going anywhere, but this statement suggests otherwise. Let's say that B is 25% more efficient than C. That means B and C's efficiency has to be 5:4. Look at this. Now, what is ratio all about? What is the ratio all about? Ratio says that compare it, but first make the quantity similar. Which quantity similar? The quantity which is constant in both the term. Okay, so look at this. Here is BC's total will arrive as 9, while here it is already given as 27. So we will use the method of LCM. Okay, so we will use the method of LCM. How can we do that? We will take the LCM of 27 and 9. So we will be getting the LCM as 27. So when we don't have to multiply anything here, while multiply with 3 in the above ratio. Okay, so if we are multiplying with 3, we will be getting the separate value of B and C. After getting the separate value of B, we can also find out the separate value of A. So we have figured out each of them's individual efficiency. Now total work will remain same for either we're talking about A, B or C. That means if A and C has to complete the total work, which is same 360, then we will have to divide it with 20 and 12's sum. That means 32. Okay, so 4 8s are 4 9s are 2 4 245. That means 11 whole 1 by 4 days will be the final answer. That means option A will be the correct one method, correct option. So I hope you have understood the concept. Alright, say yes if you have got the concept and no if you haven't. Did you get that? Nasreen, Sarla, anyone else who has arrived? Okay guys, you should answer it in the comment box. जिसको समझ में आया वो आंसर कर सकता है कमेंट बॉक्स में. Look, the question is very important and the method is more important than the question. Okay, because you'll be getting lots of questions like that. So if you have got it, then we will have to move ahead. Okay, Nasreen, you have got. Anyone else? Sarla, are you there? Okay. Okay, let's move on and let's see what the next question are like. Here comes the next question. It is a previous year question, IBPS PO 2019 question. Okay, it is IBPS PO 2019 prelims question. Whoever solve this question will definitely understand the concept. If you're not getting the question visible, okay, in a village 60% registered voters cast their votes in the election. Okay, only two candidates, this question belongs to percentage category. Only two candidates A and B were contesting the election. A won the election by 600 votes. Okay, that means A got 600 more votes than B. Had B received 40% more votes, the result would have been a tie. The result would have been a tie. Alright, how many registered voters are there in the village? So how can you solve it? First you need to tell me whether you got the question or not. पहले आप मुझे ये बताइए आपको समझ में आया कि नहीं ये क्वेश्चन. Alright, it is a very important question, guys. You just need to understand. Alright, if you are getting this question, then you can solve it. If you're not getting, then let me know, I will solve it. Rest of them aren't. I hope rest of them are getting. Alright, so Sarla, just use the landscape mode in your mobile so you can watch the question properly. I think I have put the font very small. Next time don't worry, I'll definitely look and look. In a village 60% voters, in a village 60% voters cast their votes in the election. Only two candidates, okay, only two candidates A and B were contesting the election. Okay, A won the election by 600 votes. Had B received 40% more votes? Okay, so D, I think let me take you to the question. Look, you will start with 100%. That means 100% will be the voting list. 100% will be the voting list. And if only two candidates were there, that means A won the election by 600 votes than B. So let's say that if B got X vote, A got X plus 600 votes. Alright. Okay. had B received 40% more votes. So B is comparing with himself. Okay. So let's say that had B received 40% more votes, then the result would have been a tie. So let's say that if a person got 600 more votes than his competitor, and what should you do to make a tie? You will give 300 votes from here to B. That means you will add 300 here and you will subtract. Then you will say that the result would be tie. Okay, because voting number of votes will get equal. So how can we do that? That means if you had got 40% more votes, if B had got 40% more votes, and that more votes would be in terms of 300 votes. So the 40% criteria belongs to 300 votes. Okay, that means 1% belongs to 300 by 40. So if you multiply with 100%, you will get the votes of B. Okay, let's say 5. That means 750 votes have got who? B. Okay, so let's say that if B had got 750 votes, that means A had got 1350 votes. Why? Because A had got 600 more votes than what? B. Yes, Sarla. So if you combine these two values, you will say that you have got 2100 total votes, and it has already given that 60% registered voters have cast their votes. Okay, that means this data will be equal to 60%. So 60% has to be equivalent to 2100, while if multiplying with 100%, you will reach the total voting list. Okay, so 3 5 3 7, that means 3500. No, everybody has got wrong. 3500 is the correct answer. That means option B will be the correct. So two of the person are giving the answers. That's a well try, but you both of them have got wrong. Why? Because this question have arrived in IBPS PO 2019 prelims. Okay, so if you have got the question, then let me know. Did you get the question or not? Have you got it or not? Sarla and okay, and Nasreen, have you got it or not? If you all have got it, then I should move on to the next question. All right. So I think both of you have got it. And if anyone, अगर किसी की कोई query है, he and she can ask me. Okay. Look, you are here to learn something. If you want to learn something, you can ask a lot. Okay, you should ask a lot. If you don't ask, I don't know whether you're clearing your doubt or not. मुझे नहीं पता आप अपना doubts clear कर रहे हैं कि नहीं. But you should understand कि आपको अपने doubts clear करते रहना है. I hope you have got this question. So let's move on and let's see what the next question is like. Look at this question. A certain amount was to be established, was to be distributed among ABC in terms of 2:3:4 ratio, but was erroneously distributed. This question belongs to ratio category. Okay, but was erroneously, or you can say mistakenly. Okay, Sarla, I'm reading the whole question. If you're not looking at the the question is not visible in your mobile screen, then I'll be reading. Okay, a certain amount was to be distributed among A, B, C in the ratio 2:3:4 respectively, but was erroneously distributed in the ratio 7:5. That means it should have distributed in the ratio 2:3:4, but they have distributed it in 7:5. Okay, now what should you do? As a result, we got 40 less rupees. Okay, what is the amount? What was the amount? Or you can say what was the amount? Okay, so let me know how you are solving the question like. Okay, so just solve it according to the merit and you will understand the concept. Okay, so just read out and solve it, and it is a very important question. Remember that बहुत ही आसान सवाल है. सर्टेन अमाउंट यानी एक अमाउंट को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना था 2-3-4 के रेशियो में, ठीक है, बट मिस्टेकनली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया गया 7-5 के रेशियो में. एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ दिस बी गॉट 40 लेस, जिसकी वजह से बी को 40 कम मिला. तो व्हाट इज द अमाउंट? तो अमाउंट क्या था, क्योंकि बात सिर्फ उसी अमाउंट की हो रही है. एवरी वन हैज टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. भाई इसका आंसर बताइए, कौन करेगा इसका सॉल्यूशन? एनीवन? एनीवन हु कैन सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन? Okay, so let me know. Look, the question is important and you need to solve it. Has anyone got it? Nasreen or Sarla? Did you get that? Look, the question, you have to solve the question in an organized manner, and it's a ratio concept. Why ratio concept? Look, first of all, a certain amount was to be distributed among ABC in the ratio 2-3-4. That means that amount has to be distributed in 2-3-4, while it is distributed in 7-5. That means the sum of the ratio should be similar to the sum of the ratio given below. Look at the sum. 4, 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9. Here it is given as, okay, let's see. Here it is given as 9. Alright, while here it is given as 14. 7 plus 2, 9 plus 5, 14. Look, the two ratio is not similar. That means you cannot compare these two values. How can you make it similar? You will take the LCM. So there is no such LCM because their HCF will be 1. Okay, so what would you do? You will multiply with each other. And you just have to compare B because only B's value has been compared in rupees. So if you multiply with 14 in the above ratio, B will become 42. While multiply with 9 in the below ratio, B will become 18. That means from 42, we have reduced to 18. So how much change we have seen? 24 ratio. So this 24 ratio has to be equal to how much? 40 rupees. Okay, that means 1 ratio equals to 40 by 24. Now in both the scenario, this 126, that means 14 nines are 126. This 126 will be same. So how can we solve that? Look at this. Here 8. Okay, so you can solve it easily. 6, 4, 6, 2, 1. Okay, so 4, 10. So the final answer would be 210. Nothing, you have to look at that. You have, I know what you have done. You have compared it as usually, but you shouldn't have. First you need to make similar, the ratio similar. Why? Because the total money or total amount will be same in both the ratio. So you cannot have a look, you cannot compare these two ratios unless you make the total of these two ratios similar. Now tell me whether you have got it or not. Okay. So let me know. Have you got it, Sarla? Nasreen? Okay, anyone? Alright, I hope you have understood the question. Did you get that? Look, the session is very important, guys. Keep sharing, keep sharing. If you're not sharing, you might not be able to perform well. Okay, look, the live session has brought you to overcome the difficulty you are facing in the quant section. Alright, so you need to understand the concept. Okay. Alright, I hope you have all got this. Alright, so let's move on. Let's see what the next question are like. Okay, here comes the next question. It is also a very important one. Let's see whether you're getting it or not. Okay, समझते हैं आप क्वेश्चन को समझ पा रहे हैं कि नहीं? Look at this. Ajay solved Ajay solved 80% of the questions in an examination correctly. Okay, so Ajay solved 80% of the questions correctly in the examination. If out of 41 questions solved by Ajay, 37 are correct. Okay, so 80% questions are correct out of total 100%. Okay, in 80%, if you have attempted 41 questions, you will see that 37 will be correct, while the remaining out of every 8 questions, you will see that you have been 5 questions have been solved correctly. So the ratio belongs to 5 and 8 in the remaining ones. We don't know how many questions are there. So they are asking about the total number of questions asked in the examination. I bet you solve this kind of question. Are you getting this? Look, the question is an important one. बहुत ध्यान से समझिए. Look, Ajay solved 80% questions correctly in the examination. The overall scenario says that Ajay have solved 80% questions correctly. That means Ajay ने 80% questions correct किए. If out of 41 questions solved by Ajay, that means 41 जब उसने attempt किए तो उसमें से 37 correct थे. Okay, and the remaining ones out of every 8 question, यानी हर 8 question attempt करने पे 5 questions क्या कर रहा था? Solve कर रहा था. So the ratio for correct and total attempt would be like 5:8 for the remaining number of questions. Now they are asking about how many questions have been asked in the examination. So you can solve it easily. Alright, has everyone got the question? Once explained from LCM. Which one? In this question? Look, the LCM says that if you're taking LCM of fraction, then you have to take LCM of numerator, while HCF of denominator. That's it. It's simple. If you're getting this question, then let me know. Look, this question is very simple. The overall scenario says that Ajay have solved 80% questions correctly out of the total question, but he has attempted 41 questions in one go, and from 41 questions he has solved 37 questions correctly. Okay, but for the remaining ones, whenever he attempted 8 questions, he got 5 of them correct. That means 3 of them wrong. So you just don't have to go to the wrong questions, you just have to go to the correct ones. And look at this. Let me give you the solution. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. So first of all, we need to make it in the ratio. That means 4 out of 5 attempts, Ajay have solved 4 correctly. So the ratio for correct and attempted, यानी attempted और correct का ratio क्या हो जाएगा? 4/5. Okay, and in the one go, he attempted 41 questions. So attempted 41 and corrected 37. While the rest of them, we don't know how much questions are rest of them. That means every time he will go 8 questions, he has got 5 questions correctly. So the ratio, the number will become 8x and 5x. That means if you are attempting 8x questions, you will be getting 5x questions from 8x correctly. And you will see that you have attempted a total number of questions are 41 plus 8x, and you have got 37 plus 5x correctly. When you solve this equation and find the variable, you will be getting the variable as 3. Okay, so the total number of questions would be like 41 plus 8x. So the value of x will be 3. That means 41 plus 24 would become 65. Hence your final answer have become 65. Okay. So if you have got this question, a thumbs up. You can show me a thumbs up, and you can tell me that you have got the concept. All right, Sarla, have you got it? All right, let's move on to the next question. The next question says, Heath and Alan, the similar question. Okay, yes, the similar question. Heath and Alan have n marbles together. Heath has 30% more marbles than Alan. So Heath and Alan are there. If Heath gives 40 marbles to Alan, then Heath will have 27.5% lesser marble than Alan. What is the value of n? What is the value of n? Now solve me and solve the question and tell me. Look, the first statement says that you have got total number of n marbles, and that n belongs to what? 13 and 10 ratio. Okay, so initially Heath have 13 ratio while Alan have 10 ratio. If Heath gives 40 marbles to Alan, that means from Heath 40 marbles will be subtracted and will be added to Alan. But the total number of marbles will remain same because they are exchanging with each other. Okay, but the ratio will change. Then Heath will have 27.5%. So it will be what? 275 by 100. So 25, 40 and 11. That means out of 40 marbles, okay, Heath will have 11 less. So Heath will have 29 from compared with Alan. Okay, so Alan will have 40 marbles after exchanging 40 marbles with each other, and Heath will have 29 marbles. So that means the total number of marbles in both the ratio should have been same, but in this case, look at this. It has come, the total has come as 23, while here it has come as 69. But we can make them equal by using LCM. So the LCM of 23 and 69 will be 69. That means we have to multiply with 3 in the above ratio. Then look at this. Initially Heath have 39 ratio, while after reducing 40 marbles, it has reduced to 29. That means the ratio has been eliminated to 10. While earlier Alan had 30 marbles. Now, if increasing 10 ratio, it has reached to 40 marbles. So the 10 ratio is the difference for both of them. And this has to equal to 40 marbles. That means one ratio equals to 4 marbles. And if you multiply it with 69, you will find out the total number of marbles. So 4 9s are 36 and 4 6 are 24 and 276. 276 will be the final answer. Now tell me whether you have got the concept or not. Guys, keep sharing and keep liking the video if you're getting it. Nasreen, Sarla, both of them, you should tell me whether you got this concept or not. Look, the session is important. You just need to understand. Alright, I hope you have all got the concept. Alright, let's see the next question. This question, look at this question. This question says that the respective ratio of curved surface area and total surface area, CSA, this question belongs to mensuration. We have seen that one question has come in every year, and CSA and TSA have been given as 4:5, while if the curved surface area of the cylinder has been given as 12:32, that means this ratio has to be equal to 12:32. Okay, 12:32. All right, did you get that? Now that means 1 ratio equals to 308. So if you multiply it with 5, you will be getting a total surface area. But remember that the ratio for curved surface area and total surface area of cylinder, and you know that cylinder's curved surface area is 2 pi RH, while total surface area is 2 pi r h plus r. It has to be equal to 4:5. That means this 2 pi r will be eliminated and you will get the ratio of h and h plus r as 4:5. That means this h, if this h belongs to 4, that means r will belongs to, yes, that's what I'm teaching here. Aren't you getting, Nasreen? Yes, there is a logic. There is a logic. There is a concept of ratio. There is a concept of percentage. There is a concept of allegation. If you have got these three concepts clear in your mind, you can solve any of the question within a minute. Are you getting my method or not? Just let me know. There is a logic. You don't have to use all the calculation method. You just have to use a particular method to solve a question. That's what I'm teaching you here. If you have gone to the basic course, foundation course, you would have learned it by now. Okay, that's good. Are you getting this? H and H plus R. That means the radius will become 1 ratio. Now, as you know that the 2 pi RH has been given as 12:32. So what you can do? They want you to find the value of height. That means height is 4x. So we need to find out the value of x. Okay, how can we do that? Look at this. You don't have to solve this too much. Just use the ratio method and got the value of h and r in terms of x. So h is 4x while r is x. Okay, after solving this. Now this 2 pi r and h should be equal to 12:32. Now how can we solve this question further? 308. Okay, 22 ones are 22, 22 fours are, okay, 2 7. That means the value of x will arrive as 7. So we have found out the value of x. Now we need to find the value of h, and h is already given to 4x. So 4 into 7 has to be equal to 28. Now tell me whether you have got this concept or not. If you've got it, just keep liking the video. You can watch all my videos. In fact, the link to go to the foundation course or crash course or a mains course has been given in the description of this video. You can watch the video properly, and if you like it, you can press the link, press that on the link, and you can straightly go to the Entri app and you can watch all the videos. Have you got this question? If you have got this question, just solve this one. Here comes the next question. It is a very important, very important concept. Look, Akash and Bharat start a partnership with a capital of 25,000 and 35,000. All right. So the ratio would become 5 and 7. All right. And decide to share their profit according to their capital. So if time is same, that means the capital ratio should be directly proportional to profit. All right. So this will also be called as the profit for Akash and Bharat. But Chitra joined on the condition that they will distribute the profit equally. That means this 12 will be distributed equally. That means from in Akash will get 4, Bharat will get 4, and Chitra will also get 4. But there has to be a compensation. Why? Because you cannot get in just freely. Because both of them have invested lots of money. Look at this, 25,000, 35,000. And but Chitra gave 220,000. That means 2,20,000 to Akash and Bharat as a compensation for getting a profit in equal share. Then find in which ratio Akash and Bharat will divide it. Look, Akash have got a loss of 1 ratio, while Bharat have got a loss of 3 ratio, because Bharat had invested more money than Akash. That means Akash, this compensation of 2,20,000 will be distributed between Akash and Bharat in terms of 1:3, because they have got the compensation in terms of 1:3. So the answer would be 1:3. All right. So I hope you have got it, guys. This is your homework question, and I want all of you to put a comment, put the answer in the comment box. मैं आपसे चाहूँगा सभी लोग इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में जरूर दें. Alright, did you get that? This is the homework question, and I want all of you to give me the answer of this question in the comment box of this video.